My mission is to find a cure for Duchenne muscular dystrophy, no matter what it takes.
Good afternoon, Jar of Hope and Team Jamesy. We're here at Adapting Social for the Jar of Hope Hope Show, where we help other people excel. I'm Jim Raffone, your host. I'm here with Andrew DeSanto from DeSanto Electric. Today's show is powered by Adapting Social, and it's sponsored by Alfano Home Remodeling. Thank you to the Alfano family for sponsoring us today. So, Andrew, good afternoon and welcome to the Hope Show.
Good afternoon, Jim. It's an honor to be here. Thank you for having me and setting the stage here.
It's my pleasure. It's great. So just to give everybody an understanding, Andrew and I have met at the Brick La Tip group, which is an outstanding group. If anybody wants to get to a networking group that is located in Ocean County, come on out. We meet at Icarus every Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. So, Andrew, it's great to have met you. And I want to hear more about your company. Let's share with everybody what you guys do and where you do it.
Likewise, Jim, it's an honor to meet you as well and get to know you. So we are based in Brick, New Jersey, right on 31 Princeton Ave. We've been in business for 13 years, and we specialize in both residential service and installations of whole house generators. Currently, we install Kohler, Briggs & Stratton, and Generac, which is the most common generator installed. And we also specialize in, residential troubleshooting, as well as commercial projects we can take on as well. We recently just started taking on some great car charger jobs, and we love what we do, and we love serving our customers and making them happy and going above and beyond on a daily basis.
That's great, man. So what got you into doing electrical work? There's so many trades out there, right? For these young kids who are coming out of high school, they don't know if they want to go to college, because college is not for everybody, right? What made you decide to take the trades, number one, and number two, especially electrical work?
Yeah, Jim, great question. Love to answer this question, actually. So I started when I was 15 in Votech, and what really got me started was, the trades are in my family. Through and through. So my dad is one of five. He had three brothers that were Masons. Mm-hmm. He had one sister. But his three brothers were Masons. Big foreman for Speranza, who's no longer in business. But they were all foreman for Speranza, and my dad was the only machinist in the family. Mm-hmm. So my dad did machinery for 30 plus years. And when it came time to the crossover in high school, deciding, what I wanted to do, freshman year, I examined Votech, went to Votech, and tried Cisco systems, and that just wasn't for me. The office job really wasn't fit for. I couldn't sit at the office all day. I had to be technically inclined and work with my hands.
Now, when you say Cisco, I don't mean to interrupt, but Cisco, from what I understand, is more networking than electrical work, or am I wrong?
Yeah. So the Cisco systems, when I went to each classroom to examine what I wanted to do, one of the ones I looked at was Cisco systems, just to kind of like do an offshoot of one of the trades to see if it's something I would like. But that wasn't fit for that. I wasn't cut for that. From there, I went to the plumbing trades, and did a quick exam with the teacher, and I told my dad I didn't want to be a plumber, and for various reasons. I don't want to go into too much detail,
right.
But electrical was the shop I loved, and stuck with it ever since.
Dude, I have to tell you, so I've been in construction myself probably since I'm 14, right? Dating myself, it's probably 40 years. So, but I will tell you, I've touched masonry, I've touched carpentry, I've touched plumbing, I've touched electrical work, and for me as well, electrical work, by far, I'm so enamored with it because you can't see it, right? Mm-hmm. You have to be so careful when you do electrical work, but it's, I find to be one of the cooler trades out there. So good for you for one, going through that exercise, right, and then figuring out for yourself which one you liked.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a great science to learn. It really is. There's so much theory behind it. And I do want to plug the IBW Local 164. They taught me a real lot right out of high school.
So you went through their apprenticeship program?
Went through their apprenticeship program, did a 5-year apprenticeship exclusive for them. I was a 13-year vested journeyman electrician as well. We did a lot of, so I learned a lot at a young age. I did, the new Giant Stadium, the Xanadu project, or the American Dream now, back in 2008. So it's just something I really had a niche in and love to do on a daily basis.
That's awesome. So when you got into electrical work, so there's also a split. You could do commercial, you could do residential, industrial. What would you consider you in? Commercial, light industrial?
In commercial, yes. Light. There's really no project we cannot handle, but we are more equipped for the lighter commercial end.
Okay.
As we speak, although we can, our growth strategy is to grow into bigger commercial jobs as well.
That's awesome.
Kind of shift away from the residential market eventually, but yeah, we love what we do.
Now I can because I've actually been in the trades. I can understand maybe. I don't want to assume anything. Why I would like commercial work better than residential work, right? What are your thoughts on that? Why do you prefer one over the other?
Yeah, it's a good question, Jim. So for various reasons, residential is a bit more, for lack of better words, it's a bit more cumbersome, where we have to actually, when we're snaking walls and you're really, you gotta, it takes a lot more time. There's also, less for dollar value sake, less dollar value demand that you can get for your time.
Right.
Where with commercial, it's a lot more intricate. You got to really know what you're doing. Bending pipe, for instance, is an art in itself, which one of the things I picked up I love from the apprenticeship program. You're not bending pipe really in somebody's house, Right. So just various application differences. Commercial, obviously, on a larger scale, you need to have more experience with. So
that's awesome. Yeah. So what people don't realize is when you're in someone's residential house, right? You have to take more time. You have to have a white glove service, right? Because homeowners are not easy. It's their house. They want everything done right. And they don't understand sometimes that that's where the saying comes in. You got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. Right. If you got to cut open a hole in the wall, now you might have to bring in another trade to fix that patch in the drywall, to snake up through a wall to maybe get to a switch where they want a new light where there isn't one.
Right.
Right. So they don't understand that going into it, that there's a little bit more work involved, and that's why potentially it costs more.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So, and did you ever get, which used to go right through me, I used to hear all the time, wow, you're charging me so much and it just took you a half hour.
Yep. Yep. It's like, what are you charging me for? Or, where's your wire? I can't see it.
Right.
You just put the switch in, So that's what you get on a residential end. And on a commercial end, it's more like, wow, you did a car charger for a Red Roof Inn or for a hotel. And,
So just for clarity's sake, for everybody out there, when you say a car charger, we're talking for like an electric car now. Outside in the parking lot, perhaps?
Correct, the EV
Right.
chargers,
EV
the
chargers.
Tesla ones, we're installing a lot of.
That's awesome.
So one of the things, Jim, not to cut you off, that's really cool about the Tesla chargers that we're installing, and it's great for everybody else to know, is these car chargers are actually equipped so that, especially on a commercial end, so that we don't maximize their draw on one charger. We can take the draw on one charger and spread them out. It's like a multi-tap amperage type situation, but we could spread that amperage throughout 4 chargers, for instance. So we don't have, like on a residential sector, we might install one 50 amp charger. On a commercial side, we'll install a 60 amp line or breaker per charger. But let's say we put a 200 amp service in, we'll manipulate that service to take on those 6 chargers. So if one car is not charging in the loop, it will spread it out through the other chargers, so it won't fully take up the amperage load on the entire circuit, which is pretty cool.
Is that solely a Tesla thing?
Yeah, I believe it is actually a Tesla proprietary
That's
thing
awesome.
that's done. Yep, it's pretty cool.
So you have to basically then just run one home run from the panel to one and then put them in series, would it be?
So the way it actually works, so to get in depth with wiring, it's just one conduit per charger.
Let's
one
geek out. Let's talk about wiring, man. Absolutely.
So, so we're talking about one inch conduit, right? Typically ran underground to the charger. We'll put a pedestal up. Each charger will go on either side of the one pedestal. So if I have 3 pedestals, I have 6 chargers.
Okay.
And 6 conduits, right? So 1 inch, one individual conduit per charger. So we'll have 6 individual conduits now, PVC, of course. Now, what happens, though, on the back end is, although they're individually breakered or overcurrent protected by a 60-amp breaker, the software inside the Tesla charger will actually be able, so it's an app functionality thing where you can actually, we have a Wi-Fi router that gets put up as well, and they communicate individually to the chargers and manipulate it on the back end to actually function, with a separate functionality like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So I'm so glad it geeked out a little bit on this. Why? Because I want my donors, my supporters, to call Andrew when they need some electrical work done. And now the guy knows his shit in plain English. Forgive me. You need to hire professionals, because the last thing you want to do is potentially wire that incorrectly and burn something down, because it can possibly happen, right?
Yes. Yep.
So that's why Andrew's on our show today. This is called The Hope Show, Help Other People Excel. Andrew's been a great guy. He's been a supporter of the charity, and this opportunity, this platform of ours, is to give back to him. So if you live in the Monmouth or Ocean County, right, that's where you travel to?
Monmouth and Ocean County, correct.
Awesome. Give Andrew a call at DeSanto Electric, and how can they find you?
We can be found online at www.desantoelectric.com, or we could be searched on Google as well. We have a 5-star Google rating, and we pride ourselves on our reputation. So we do have one of the best ratings in the area. So anybody that wants to leave a review on Google after our services are completed, we love to see those as well.
Awesome. So I have a great connection, some good friends who owned a dealership, All American Ford. It was near and dear to us. They sponsor us on almost everything. So let's talk to them. They've got like 4 dealerships in the regional area. And if they need, because my daughter's got a Mustang, she's got the Ford EV car, and they would imagine they would need those pedestals as well, those charging stations, right, out front of their locations?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so actually, one of the goals I have is to get into the dealerships and become one of their vendors to actually do the installs. That would be great.
Look at that. All American Ford, if you're watching this, and I know you guys are, we got to get Andrew in front of you guys and put out a station. I don't know if you guys get stations at the dealership, especially in Old Bridge. I have a Mustang. Thanks to them, they donated a Mustang, but it's a gas engine car, so I never took notice. But we're gonna have to take notice and see and get you over there to put in some pedestals. And what else now? I also heard through the LaTip group that you do residential, commercial, or holiday lighting.
Yeah, correct. We do scale down all the way down to the holiday lights. Something we love to do as well for the festive holidays coming up, and we do the Govee lights, the permanent lights. So it's a one and done deal.
So you don't have to. Well, you got to put them up, but after the holidays, you don't have to take them back down.
We're not taking them down. We're just leaving them up. It's app controlled, so you have a Wi-Fi app on your phone. Everybody's got smartphones nowadays, so they just hop on their app and they can change, their from Christmas or any type of holiday that they would like. They could do Halloween, whatever.
Oh, my son loves that stuff. So instead of going up and having to changing the bulbs out, because I got the old, I think they were the 125s. I forget what they're called.
The old style bulbs, the plug-in ones.
The plug-in ones,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So, and my son, not that he asks for a lot, but I like to see him happy, and he loves the fact that we go from Christmas to Halloween, as you're saying, or 4th of July, St. Patty's Day, because he's half Irish. He loves to see the house lit up in the holidays. So I can leave these up and just work it from my phone. I don't have to worry about climbing an extension ladder anymore because I'm getting old. I don't like that nonsense.
No, Jim, why don't we hook you up? We'd love to hook you up and take care of you, make your son happy.
Yeah, so we'll bring you up to Manalapan. We'll light up my house for Jamesy, and then we'll take you over to All American Ford. We'll take you to Carlos Giuseppe's in Old Bridge. Have you been up to Carlos in Old Bridge?
No.
Giuseppe's is the bomb, man. He's got some great food.
Really?
And he's a good dude. So we got a lot to do. We got to get you up to Monmouth County.
Sounds great, Jim.
All right. My house, all American Ford, Giuseppe's. If you get some food after you put some work in,
Nice.
you know, yeah, man, we'll take care of you. You deserve it. So let's talk a little personally now. You got a family? Yeah, see, you got a ring? You married?
I do, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your family.
My wife, Melissa, we've been married for 13 years now, and we have 2 amazing kids. God has blessed us. I have a daughter who is now 3, Hannah
Beautiful.
Grace, and I have a son who's 6, AJ, short
got
for Andrew
babies.
James. Yeah,
AJ.
AJ,
I like
short
that.
for Andrew James. Yep, it's my clone. So
I like that. God bless you.
Yep.
Everybody's healthy.
thank God, knock on wood, everybody is healthy, and this is why I want to support the Hope Foundation. You know, just having a son of my own, and
Thank you.
and knowing what, you know, I can't imagine. Pray every day that, you know, for what you go through and why you do what you do, and I'm here to support you, Jim.
Thank you. Thank you. The kids need the help. As much as I try, you know, I can't do it all myself. So I appreciate that. You know, but today's about you and your family and us giving back and supporting you guys. So that's great. So you got a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old.
Correct. Yep.
That's awesome, man. I'm so happy for you. What grade is 6? I forget because
Kindergarten.
kindergarten.
Just starting kindergarten. Yeah, he's in kindergarten.
Oh man. So I told you before we started, I look for signs, right, to see if we're doing things the right way here. So James was diagnosed on September 13 of 2013. He's been doing electrical work for 13 years. He's married 13 years. He has a son that's in kindergarten, which is about the time that Jamesy was diagnosed, and crushed our world when that all went down. And it's been 13 years for us now that we're fighting this. So
Wow.
those are the similarities there, and I love it. That means you're in the right spot today. You are where you're supposed to be, and I'm glad that you made the time to come out here today and share your story with us and our viewers, our donors, who I know are going to support DeSanto Electric, right? And I'm counting on you guys to give this young fella a call. He's got kids he's got to take care of, right? And so how many trucks you got on the road?
We have 4 trucks right now.
That's great.
Currently 4 trucks, yeah, and we are growing, and we're actually looking to get a bucket truck next to take on some light. You know, we get a lot of light pole calls too, so we'll do some troubleshooting on parking lot lights and stuff like that. So it's one of the next moves we're looking at to do.
I do know All American Ford has a bucket truck. See, we're making
go.
connections
There we
all
go.
over the place here
There
at
we
the
go.
Hope Show. I love it. So, Chris, I'm going to be coming out to see you at All American Ford and introduce you to Andrew for multiple reasons now. Great stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having us, Jim.
So you need the bucket truck, forgive me, to do parking lot lamps? Or what do you guys
Correct. Yeah. So to change the parking lot, we can either change the lamps out, change the ballasts out. Now the ballasts are mostly obsolete because everything is LED, so they don't need the ballasts in line anymore in the configuration. But we do the lamp swap outs. We do light pole installs right from scratch, where we actually have to have our mason come out and pour the concrete, and we'll set the pedestal, set the poles. So there's various things we can do with the bucket truck, whether we're pulling service wires in or doing the lights.
That's great, man.
Site lights.
Where are you working? I'd love to come out and shoot some content and see what you guys do and show it off to everybody.
Yeah, so we're all over right now. We have a couple big jobs coming up in Wayne.
Okay.
And some of the car charger jobs. We have a big one in Wayne coming up. We have one in Hackensack coming up. But coming down closer to Brick, we do any given day. I think we're at a Jones Bar today, taking care of. There's like a warehouse type deal. We're taking care of some heavy machinery. My guys are there wiring that now.
So 220 throughout?
That one's 480.
480?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's 480. So it's commercial.
You ever get hit?
Not by 480. Knock on wood. Knock
God.
on wood. By 120 all day, all the time. It's been a little while, but it happens. You know, it's part of the trade. Quick story: I was wiring a heater, residential heater, and we were doing some troubleshooting. And I had one of the homeowners was an elderly lady, and she was very interested in electrical and what we were doing and whatnot. And you know, as an electrician, one of the first things we're taught is always test the wire before you cut it, right?
Yeah.
So contrary to the rule, I was working on the heater, and I said, oh, you know, I was had a busy day, and I said, let me just cut this wire. And I had the lady's head was probably like right here next to me.
Oh, no way.
And blast, right? So
Blew up your linesman?
So yeah, it blew up my ply a little bit. I think they have a little burn mark from a long time ago, but it's been a while.
Okay.
But when I cut that line, she got scared, and I thought she was gonna fall on the floor.
Okay.
But I do know, you know, I knew to make sure when I was holding it and cutting it that I was insulated and all that, so I made sure I didn't get shocked.
Right.
So luckily I didn't feel it. It was just an arc, but you never know. You know, it's what keeps us interested in the field sometimes. You know.
What's the worst thing you've seen from, say, somebody you coming in and trying to fix somebody else's nonsense, right? You ever find the neutral sometimes, even when it's just wired wrong and it bangs you?
All the time. Yeah, well, that's one of the harder parts of troubleshooting a neutral. We got to be careful for that. You can get in between the neutral and it's one of the worst contacts you can get. And it's the amperage that kills you, right? Everybody says, oh, what kind of volts is that? Is that 220? Is that 200? A lot of homeowners will say, is that 200 volts? No, it's 200 amps and 220 volts or 240 volts, right? But it's not the voltage again. It's the amperage that can kill you. And when you're in between a circuit, for all those out there, for a quick safety tip, if you're troubleshooting on your own or if you're just trying to wire something on your own, a lot of people don't know if you just turn the light switch off, actually the circuit will be off, number one. You don't have to turn the whole house off, which most homeowners will do. I see that all the time. But you also don't want to get in between the circuit of, let's say, if there's a 20 fixtures on that circuit and you go to the 10th fixture and you're working on the neutral, the worst severity or the worst shock you can get is if you touch the neutral on both sides of that circuit and you get in between that neutral. Yes, it carries the unbalanced load, but if your hots are connected and you're in between that neutral, you're going to get the worst shock, and the worst case could defibrillate you or cause your heart to go out of rhythm, cause it to go to rhythmic. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff we learn and stuff like that. That was part of our apprenticeship, but just want to share a safety tip out there.
I appreciate the advice, and I'm sure everybody out there listening does as well. That's why you need to call Andrew. That's why he's on the show. You guys need an expert, especially electrical work. You can't see it unless you have the proper tools, which I doubt he does. That's why you call him. Andrew at DeSanto Electric. Tell them one more time where they can find you.
All right. Again, we're www.desantoelectric.com. So just click there. You can see our website, see what we offer. And we're also, again, located at 31 Princeton Ave in Brick, New Jersey. So anybody who wants to come stop by, definitely if you call ahead and make an appointment, we'd love to meet you guys. And anything I can offer to the public, I'm happy to always help.
Awesome. Again, thank you very much for coming out. I want to thank Adapting Social for powering us. I want to thank the Alfano family and Alfano Home Remodeling for sponsoring our show today, and Andrew for being here.